Welcome, Pokemon players, to another episode of Discount Pokemon Decks. I'm very excited about this deck, and I don't know why. To state it plainly, I am 10-0 with this deck, and I have no no understanding why. There's not like a great focal point. There's not a whole lot of synergy that I can see, but this deck just will not lose, and I don't know why. And so I figured I'd make a video, because once I start recording, I start losing, and that'll help me understand how to make this deck better. But this deck is 10-0. Did I say that? I think I stated that. I'll say it again, 10-0. I have yet to lose. I'd like to tell you what its weaknesses are, but I don't know because no one's exploited them. This is a Garbodor Eeveelutions Espeon deck. All right, so this is using the new Garbodor with the Trashalanche, and I think this card is really overpowered. I'm kind of shocked. 1 energy, and I mean, you think about most decks. Let's count it up. Usually in a deck, you have about 8 to 12 Pokemon, 8 to 12 energy. So you have somewhere, let's just say, 30 to, let's say in this deck, I have 34 item cards. 34 trainer cards. And how many of them are items? I mean, if you look down the list, there's a whole bunch of items. There's not a whole, I mean, it's easier to count the non-item cards, right? 5 and 7 is 12. 13. So 13 so there's 21 item cards in this deck. So the way decks are constructed now, I don't understand how they built this card. I could understand if these two were reversed. If maybe Acid Spray was like a double colorless 70 and this flip a coin, discard an energy, and Trashalanche was a psychic and 2 double colorless, let's just say, to do that much damage. But this card just does a ton of damage. When you play against it, the trick is not to play item cards. But that doesn't always work. The other trick is to Lysandre and kill it off early. I find a lot of decks that play Garbodor only play like 1 or 2. So if you pick them off early, it's not that hard. Especially with this deck because you are hitting for damage. With all our attackers are psychic, so we're doing double damage. And you can even use, let's say, this divide attack to snipe it off the bench if you see one coming, which also is used if your opponent uses the other version of Garbodor that shuts down abilities. So I did that in the exact last game I played in. My opponent had that. It was a, what was it? Eeveelutions EX with Garbodor, and he had a ton of energy, and I just sniped that Garbodor to enable the other aspect of this deck. The other focal point, let's say, is my Eeveelutions line. Eeveelutions. Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon. And basically what this does, it gives all your Stage 1 Pokemon, it adds the Pokemon type. So all of them are either Fire, Water, or Lightning, depending on what you need. So in that game, I had Jolteon on the bench because he had Shaman, he had cards that are weak to lightning type, so basically all your type 1s hit for a weakness, which is double damage. So that is the idea behind the deck, and I wish there was like some great explanation for why this deck keeps winning. I feel like I just slapped a bunch of stuff together. I've never made a deck, well, I shouldn't say I never. I haven't made a deck like this in a long time. Usually I come up with the focal point and really try to find cards that go with the focal point. And this Trashalanche, if your opponent's not careful, and it's very hard to be careful, because especially with Eeveelutions, hitting for double damage makes this, even with 3 cards in there, you're hitting for 120 for single energy. I can't believe that. What were these guys thinking? Do they play test this out at all? Some choices here. I did not use the other Garbodor that shut down abilities, of course, because I have the Eeveelutions, so I need those abilities, so that is not in this deck. And there's a 4-4 line, so again, my opponent may snipe 1 or 2 off, but these are so quick to put down, so a single energy, a single single psychic energy, and they're attacking, that it's really hard for your opponent to target and knock them out. Espeon, I have only 1 in this deck, and so now the question, it begs the question, is this a discount deck? I'm going to say yes. I mean, yeah, Espeon's a little expensive. I think the price will go down a little bit, depending. Right now, it's hard to tell with the new price structure because the new set just came out. So give it a couple weeks and the price will adjust. It is expensive, but I'm only using one, so I'm gonna call this a cheap GX deck. I probably, if you want to take this more seriously, you could probably put 2 or 3 in there. Absolutely, why not? I find that 1 works pretty well. I do have a town map, so if he is prized, I can hopefully get him and find him. You know, I would guess that would be the weakness of this deck. If I only have 1 and he's prized, and my opponent decides to totally can get his set up without playing any item cards and Garbodor's locked out, that would be an insta-loss. So, you know, again, there's lots of cards you can take out of this deck to make it better. So if you want to put 2 or 3 of these in, go for it. Take out whatever you want. Field Blower, you could take out Lucky Helmets. You could take out the town map itself. That would be an obvious swap. I mean, the only other reason to have town map is if you need a certain one of the evolutions. And of course, town map can get prized too. It's not always there. So that is a possibility. But so this deck just keeps on winning. And yeah, have I said that before? No. Anyway, so I mean, I don't really know what to say. Decent amount of draw, just 8 draw cards. I do have the Lucky Helmets to give a little extra draw. Yeah, your opponent can Field Blower them out, but that's good. You want them to use item cards. So if you're putting this on your Pokemon, usually I'm like 50-50 on this. Now that we have ability to get rid of Pokemon tools easily, like, is this really worth it, Lucky Helmet? But your opponent will pay. So you know what? You want to play Field Blower? Great. Garbodor is going to make you pay for that. And especially if you have Eeveelutions, you're going to pay double. So really not much here. So someone honking their horn outside and my radio are all going at the same time. Life in a big city. So let's get to the first game right after this short break. Alright, welcome to game 1. This is going to be the first game I'm going to lose with this deck. And you guys are here to witness it because the video's on. I am recording, and I'm almost certain to lose. Especially if it's a fighting deck, because fighting's usually weak to grass types, and there's no Leafeon. Why didn't they not make the whole set of Eevee? Would that have been so hard to do? Just make the whole set. Like, why can't I have a Sylveon and have everyone be Psychic types? An Umbreon and everyone have Dark type. Why can't I have that? Ooh, interesting. Alright, so most likely my opponent will have enough item cards that Garbodor will be able to do 1-for-1 shot. Could this radiator get any louder? Holy cow. Alright, there's one item card. I'm good with that. I do not have any draw here, but the cool thing about this deck is I don't need that much draw. I can evolve Eevee with a single energy. And with just a minimal amount of energy, I can do a maximum amount of damage. Ooh, that's bad. That is bad. Alright, let's see what Trainers Mail gives us. Alright, that's fine. So if we take one Trubbish on the chin. Wait a second. He is weak to Psychic. Oh, this is wonderful. So we'll put another... We'll put a Trubbish down there, and there's Espeon. So that's one important thing to check for is when you play like these level balls or something, check to see if the evolved Pokemon you need is there. So let's evolve Eevee, which of course leaves us without an evolution for, an energy for our Garbodor, but I feel more comfortable having him ready to do some damage. Let me calculate. Oh, he's going to one-shot this guy if I get the double colorless on him. So, and I don't think my opponent can generate enough. Ooh, that Mew is going to be dangerous. So that is something I have to watch out for. And he's going to Sycamore. So again, I'm kind of stuck here. Oops. Drop my glasses. A little worried here that I don't have enough draw or that other energy. But right now, he doesn't even have enough to knock this Trubbish out. So if I can get something on the next turn and evolve these two guys and get an energy, I will be going downhill on my opponent. And lots of item cards here. So again, it's hard to play without them. So 2 there. So I'm doing 40 damage, double, so it's 80 already with these guys. Hard to play without it. Alright, so we're going to get some damage on this Trubbish. I think just 40, right? Yep, alright. So can we get some draw here? If we get some draw, we're going to be in good shape. No draw. I'm going to let this Trubbish perish. There's no point in using something on him. Oh, I can't do that. Let's get the energy on. Now I could save him, but I'd rather get the double colorless on this guy because then I'll be one-shotting his Pokemon. So I'm okay with this for now. We'll have to get some draw cards soon. I had 8 supporters, 4 Trainers Mail, and even 3 lucky helmets would help out here. I wonder if it probably would not be useful to save this guy. Oh, alright. So my opponent, I could see he's trying to limit the number of item cards he uses, but I think once Espeon starts tearing into his Pokemon, it's going to be less easy to do that. Oh, an N would be great. Floatstone is good too. Yeah, there we go. So now here comes the item. Oh, he's going to go after Espeon, I think, with this Mew. Yeah, let's see. Does he have enough to knock me out? I don't think so. But he's giving me plenty here to 1, 2, 3. Alright, 140. So he's going to knock this guy out next turn. Oof. Still nothing. Oh, I should not have played that. But you know what? Let's get this card out of my deck. Oh, I need to get these cards out of my deck. An Eevee. I'm thinking an Eevee because later on I can Super Rod him back. And I have the ability. Let's see. Wait. How many? Yeah, I have 2 Garbodors. I don't need another Garbodor. So I'm going to knock this guy out. I'm going to get a prize card. I'm not playing that card yet. Does it make sense? Does not make sense to do his GX attack yet. So, Psychic here. His Passimian's going to knock me out. And if I don't get something going on... Oh! Wow, I am just dead drawing here. Amazing. I told you, if I don't get something by the next turn, it could be over really quick. Even with the weakness and everything, I need to get some cards in my hand. So, I had a feeling 10 games in a row. Choice band. So, okay. Oh, there's an N. Thank you. Finally. Finally. This is just great. Oh, but not really a great hand for me. Where is my energy? Where is my draw? I'm going to put this Trubbish as my active and put a helm on him. Well, I'm going to put him as my active and then Trainer's Mail. Yeah, I want to knock these guys out and get another item card. Great. I think we have enough here. 2 and 2. Yeah, so now basically it doesn't matter. My opponent might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing 80. Doubled where weakness occurs. So. And he's going to have to start using revives and stuff to get these guys back. Oh. Alright, let's cross our fingers and see if we get something here. Oh, darn it. Oh, darn it. Alright, so we're going to put a Lucky Helm on this guy. We're going to stick our Espeon back in the deck. Don't really need that Eevee, but I don't really have a choice. I'm going to try to... Should I stall and get this Passimian as active? I think I'm going to stall here. Like my opponent... Yeah, I'm going to do this Passimian. I'm going to hold on to this Evosoda because I could use it on either, let's say. But I need some draw here. This is amazing. So I probably should have left him here and let him attack and kill off this Trubbish. He'd take the bait, but I'm a little worried. Three prize cards is a lot, especially with a deck like his, where he can generate a lot of damage. And I want to knock this Passimian out before I re-evolve him to Eeveelutions, and that's a problem too. So, oh, he's going after my Eevee. All right. Oh, very good. He did that so he didn't have to pay the toll for the lucky helmet. Wow, I am going down in flames. No, no. This is not good. And weakness to fighting, too. Oh. I'm at a loss what to do here. I think saving this Eevee is worth it. But if I have to evolve him, what's the point? He is weak to fighting. Yeah, I'm getting I'm gonna lose this game, I think. Oh wow, I can't believe no draw whatsoever. So the good thing is, if I lose 3 games in a row, I'm going to be 10-3 with this deck. So that's still pretty good, I think. But it's unfortunate, just getting no draw whatsoever. That was a good move by my opponent. He's been doing well. All right, so now a bunch of item cards in here. But that is not my concern. My concern is, where is my draw? No supporters. That was a good move early on when he used the Mew to take a big chunk of damage out of Espeon. Alright, now he's going full force. He sees a path to victory. Alright, so if I don't get a draw here, this game is pretty much over anyway, because he's got enough damage here to start really hurting me, especially with this Mew here. Oh, finally. Let's do this. Let's evolve this guy. Do we have another Garbodor? We do. Alright, let's see. Now we can actually get this deck going. I feel bad that... Oh, wow. Only... Of course I would get the coin flip 4. What do I want to do with this Field Blower? I want to get rid of... I'm going to knock this guy out, so I'm not too worried about this guy. Let's use Town Map here so I can pick something. So I'll probably pick an N, which will hurt him. So let's knock out these 2. 1. Is this highlighted? 2. There we go. All right. So we're going to start knocking out my opponent's guys. So basically I should be one-shotting everything. Love that 400 with the weakness. We're going to play the... How many... I just want to see. 5, yeah. N is still good. We'll go with the N here. Even though I have a Birch, I can't afford to go with 4 cards. I should have probably maybe just taken the single energy and dropped that on him. So at least I have an attacker. If he's got a double colorless, this game is pretty much over. No, he didn't put the Mew up, so he does not have a double colorless, I take it. But he probably has enough with this Passimian. Let me think to knock me out. He's got to revive this one. That's an odd choice. Like, why not this one? Yep, alright, so there's the revive. Does he have another energy? Let's see, how much is this going to do? This is going to do 120. Yep, alright, so this is pretty much over. Because I don't see a way to win. There's a slight chance for victory. If I can get an Espeon and... yeah, I can't even lay that energy down. How sad is that? So I'll drop my opponent down to 1 card. Did not get the energy, did not get the Espeon. This game is over. Well played. Alright, so 10-1. Now you see how this game loses. Hopefully you can see how this game wins right after this short break. Alright, welcome back to game 2. So, first loss for this deck. Boohoo. You know, I just figured out the focal point of this deck. And the focal point is going to be... you're your opponent's inability to not use item cards. That should be the focal point. So, again, no draw here. Hopefully the Trainer's Mail can get us something to draw. We only have one Pokemon. This is quite worrisome. Maybe my opponent... Oh, okay. Oh, no. Side UI. Let's hope there's no item lock here. Although you can still play a Sycamore to throw item cards down. Let's see what he's got here. Forest of Giant Plants. All right. So I'm going to draw some extra cards that gives me a little bit of hope that I won't be stuck with this hand. How many Lysandres are in this deck? I should... maybe I need to drop that down. Oh, man. Well, there's 3. I think I just answered that question. There are 3 Lysandres. Not another Pokemon either. This was... this is about as bad draw as you can get. Except for Trainer's Mail. Trainer's Mail may bail us out. Maybe my opponent plays an N. Giratina Shaman. Alright. So Giratina Decide UI. So he's going to try to lock me out of stadiums and double colorless energy while picking off my guys. Alright, let's see lots of... So he knows I have a Trubbish here, and he's still playing lots of item cards. So there's 2. He's almost playing those to get rid of them. You saw that, right? Because he did not put anything in his hand. He was playing them to get rid of them so he could play the Shaman. Beautiful. There's the N. There's the exhale. So I'm feeling okay against this deck. Not feeling great about being sniped, but... better than having item lock, although you pretty much have to play a lot of item cards to do this. So look at that, it's already 60 damage there. So I can knock this Rowlet out without even having Flareon. If I can... Oh, good, Eevee. Beautiful. Let's play some Trainer's Mail. Yeah, see, I wish I knew if Espeon was there or not. That's why I have to play this town map. Because in one here, nope, alright. And there's a double colorlesses, which is not all that great. I don't need to pick any of those. So that town map really helps in a deck where you need particular cards. And maybe I should have gone with the... alright, so we get the Lucky Helmet anyway. We're going to turn him into an Espeon. I may consider putting the energy on this guy, but I should be able to draw next turn, and I don't want him to be sniped. So there we go. Their weakness is Fairy, so that doesn't help. These guys are Fire, so if I do get another... I don't see item lock coming, so I'm not scared about playing it. If your opponent's playing item lock, Vileplume, then you want to use these V-Seekers as soon as you can. But I don't see that coming. If he wants to knock this guy out, I'll even take the 2 cards for it. That's fine. That would be a cool tool. Like, knock out this Pokemon and draw 3 cards. Alright, so here we go. No Forest of Giant Plants. Is there a Sycamore here? There's an Energy. That enough to retreat with him? Yes, it is. So he's going to be retreating. We're going to see Giratina real soon. He's going to knock out this Trubbish. I'm not going to be able to put an energy on him, but be able to confuse his Giratina, which will help. Ooh. I did not expect that. All right, so I have a kind of tough decision here because I could put this double colorless down, but then I can't attack. And I may not be able to put it down later. Let's, do I want another Eevee? Let's get attackers going first. I'm not too concerned about, we're gonna evolve this guy. Yep, 4 Garbodor. And I'm going to let this double colorless go. Wait, do I have enough? I do have enough to knock him out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's what we're going to go for. I've got 2 here, so if I knock him out, I can put 1 in my hand. Ah! That just stunk. No energy here. Did I lose any? No? None in here either. So there's 6 in this deck. None right now. So I'm going to just sit and wait. So next turn, he will evolve. He'll go into a Flareon, and I may just play this to get Sycamore again. So unfortunately, that did not work out as planned. I just needed that 1 energy, and I did not get it. So, best laid plans of mice and men. But you can see how this deck is going. I get a Flareon, and I'm going to be one-shotting these guys, even when they're GXs for the most part, at the rate he's going. I'll be doing 160 damage, which is pretty good. Again, think about it. Think about this card and why I say it's overpowered. 1 single energy can do 160 damage. And this is just, I mean, all right, so I'm using Eeveelutions, but it's really not common. I mean, I'm trying to think of like Huntail, like what else? What other way can you do that much damage with so little? So, alright, saw that coming. And he's going to knock this guy out. Nice little combo there to get an extra damage in. And I've got to go with this guy. I can't let it. He's going to be one-shotting him. If I can confuse him, then it's going to be harder for my opponent to do that. So let's get the full. Let's get everybody going here. Flareon. So now I can start knocking this guy out. You know, I could go after him now, and I'll be doing 60 damage to him, and he won't be able to really. That'll save the 100 from this guy. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to do that. And I can play, I can go for Sycamore next, so. 60 with the weakness and confused. And so now he's got to spend resources getting this guy out of active. If he does, that's fine. He can still try to snipe me off, but let's put a little pressure on my opponent. Again, I'm trying to pressure my opponent, and I guess that is part of the focal point of this deck. Pressure my opponent to play item cards and other things. All right. So he's going to retreat. I can call him right back. Or I can confuse this guy. Oh, we're going to see another one. Yeah, so I'm thinking evolve him, play Sycamore, and then see what I get. If I get a single energy and an Altar of Moon, I can retreat even with the energy there. Although I did waste one of my Super Rods. So I'm a bit worried about having enough energy. Especially double colorless doesn't help these guys, and Giratina can really put a crimp in that. So I can't play a Stadium here, actually. But I can start, if I want to, start hitting him with the Garbodors. I can knock him out with the Garbodor. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. So 80. Double 80 is 160 to 180. No, let's get this guy. You know what? Let's try to save our. Let's retreat. Let's put some pressure on him again. Oh, I can't play that. That stinks. Let's get another Garbodor ready. And yeah, I'm fine here. So 80 damage here. Next one will, if he plays an item card, will knock him out. If not, maybe I'll go after the bird here. I can go after this guy too. He's gonna one-shot me here. Oh, that was not the best idea. I think I have to go after this guy. Maybe that was my mistake. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I'll get an energy here. I kind of played that wrong. No energy, and I don't see one coming either, and I can't play that. So we are going to play Sycamore N. I think I'm going to go with Sycamore. I don't care about losing the Lucky Helmet. I care about losing the game right now because this is not really going well. I'm not hitting for weakness here. He's not playing any item cards, which is fine. But the next one will... Yeah, there's no point in playing this Eevee unless I put Jolteon on him, so... I'm going to hold this until I see what comes up next. Ooh, and I can't play this energy either. The next turn, he's going to be dead. And him as well. No, one or the other. I'm curious. My opponent will probably go after him. He'll be badly damaged, and then there'll be one other he'll need to pick off, so... Yeah, I probably should have Lysandred this guy when I had the chance. So I would kill this guy off and let him kill him off, and then hopefully he would kill that guy off. So let's see. Nope. My Espeon's gonna live because he can kill him off next. So yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna kill this guy off, then him. Oh, that's slick. Oh, man. Now all is lost. Oh, that's such a... Oh, I'm going to cry. 10-2. No. No. This is a nice combo here because it prevented me from putting my double colors. I totally regret not sniping this guy when I had the chance. That was a smart thing to do because he's just doing 100 damage, at least with these guys a turn. And there's just nothing I can do to counter that. So really well played here. I'm dead next turn no matter what. Unless I Lysander his guys, and he's just going to knock off these. So there's no point in continuing. Good game to my opponent. I'm going to concede again. And 10-2. So let's see if I can actually win one. So we'll check that out right after a short break. All right, back for game number 3. And you probably do not believe me that I was 10-0 with this deck, but I really was. Would I like to go first? Yes. Let's go first. Probably not the best. Probably I should go second with this if I really thought about it. Because an Espeon can attack that first turn if I get him, but I don't have him anyway, so would not have mattered. So let's see what I'm facing here. Lapras Garbodor, maybe? What am I facing? Alright, so I'm not sure what the whole deck is. I should have played Town Map first before playing that, because if Espeon's here, there's almost no point in putting Eevee down. Oops. Because he's going to be weak to Metal, and let's play this first, and Grass type. So, is Espeon here? No. Alright, so lucked out yet again. Except if you notice, I don't have anything to draw. No draw. So maybe I need a little more draw in here. Trainers Mail is totally not cutting it. I may swap these for random receivers. So what do I play here? Evosoda? And look at this. Alright, so we just got to keep it as is. Should I play a supporter just to kind of throw him off the trail? That I don't have a supporter? And that he might have to play N? Let's do that. I got nothing better to do here. Wow, I'm going to totally take these these trainer mails out. Definitely not getting enough support. I thought I was. Obviously 10-0. It was enough support there, but alright. Yes, there we go. Alright, forced my opponent to playing an N. And that's kind of good too. I didn't realize this beacon attack put 2 Pokemon in his hand for no energy, so he would have definitely been able to evolve. No item cards yet, which is bad. So that means this attack will do nothing. Let me think here. I still have no draw. let's evolve him. Let's evolve him. So if he does go after my Garbodor, I'm going to have a very ready Eevee to pounce. And I don't really feel the need to get rid of his stadium yet. I don't really need to play another Eevee unless I want to get him out of my deck. Oh, yes I do, because I can use this stadium. So let's hold on. I usually like to use Jolteon because he retreats for free. So we're going to do that. I'll give my opponent a choice. If he wants to switch and make this the active, or, well, I guess that's fine. I may not even play my stadium this game. I could put Vaporeon down. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I needed to heal. No, I see a retreat coming. And then he's going to use this Vulpix attack, I think. Yeah, he's trying not to play any item cards. Choice band, alright. And Sycamore, but he might throw some in because it is Sycamore. Let's see. 1, 2, 1? 1, alright. So Rescue Stretcher, so... Still not sure exactly what I'm facing here. Ah, Ninetales, okay. Eventually he's going to have to attack me. Do I evolve this guy yet? Oh! Let's see if, yes, Jolteon is there, so... We're going to leave his stadium as is. Unless he targets this guy, we should be okay. But we still have Vaporeon we can use as well. So lots of healing going to be going on. I smell a Lysandre coming. Let's see what this guy does. 50 damage to one Pokemon. Ooh. Discard 2 energy. Move all damage counters to opponent's. Oh. That is not good. So I've got about 3 turns to get something in my hand. Oh, wait. No, I don't. That is awesome. Eeveelutions. Oh. Tails on the coin flip. So, what do we have in here? 1 item card. And we're not hitting for weakness or anything. There's no point in putting this Eevee on my bench. I could start going after Octillery. Does that make sense? But I played it, you know, it doesn't. Let's play the level ball here. Let's start getting more Pokemon down. And I'm going to start attacking him. So, Trubbish, got 3 of those. Alright, so we've got everything here we need. And we have a draw card as well, so. So, start attacking. Just need some item cards in here. I think my opponent will help me out. Just 1. He's going to have to. Eventually, I'm going to start getting pressure on him with Espeon. And he's going to do... What's that? 30, 90, and 60. 150 on this guy, so... Oh, there we go. More item cards. So there's 2. No weakness here. There's no metal evolutions. Eevee. Oh, Lysandre. Alright, so... Blizzard's Edge. And the Choice Band. Yeah, he's going to go to knock out my Espeon. Yeah, that's very good. So I'll have to get this Eevee going. I'm going to have to get a Super Rod at some point. Very good. And without even using his GX attack. You know, maybe I should have grabbed that Lysandre here. Alright, so this is good. He's going to start running out of energy. Let's play this N. Who do I put this on? Do I put on the Jolteon to prevent him from... If he does want to go after him. That doesn't really help me at all. I definitely want Mr. Sycamore here. Alright, so... No healing, no nothing. 40 damage. But he's healing as well, so now I have to... Maybe getting the Field Blower would have been a smart choice. And maybe starting to go after this Octillery is a good idea too. I really didn't think out the strategy well. Well, I'm down. I'm going to be down 6-3 in a second. And this is just such a poor showing. Am I playing this totally wrong? You guys are going to kill me in the comments. I know there's going to be like, oh, well, you missed the blah, blah, blah. I know that last game, not Lysandring his Decidueye hurt me. Interesting. Should I just evolve him so I can heal him? Choices here. Do I play an N and hurt him? Do I play a Lysandre and go after one of his bench guys? So I'm doing 60 damage here. Let's do that. And should I heal this guy while I'm at it? He can go after him again. He'll be down to 3. I'd rather him attack that guy than Garbodor. You know what? I think I'm going to go all Garbodor here on in. It's too early. I'm recording this in the morning. It's too early in the morning for thinking. Alright, what do I take here? Super Rod. I think I'm going to go maybe get another Espeon back. So it's not so bad having one in your deck. Problem is I have to get rid of this guy somehow. Alright, so there we go. Draw some cards. Can we get an Eevee here? That would be great. No. But we can get rid of his stadium. After I heal, of course. No energy here either, so... it's not the energy I need either. Yeah, let's get rid of his stadium. Let's play Super Rod. 1, 2. Ooh. Let's. I should have enough Eevees. I want to get the energy back too. And I probably need, there's a Trubbish there, so. Alright, here we go. Because I was chucking a Trubbish, I figured I'd put one back in proactively. No energy! Holy cow! What is up with that? I don't want to let Jolteon go. I guess I have to. Oh boy. Wow, so it's been like no energy, no draw has been the... so maybe we'll do a little fixing this deck up after this game. Alright, so I'm glad I saved this Field Blower, but I'll get rid of these two next. Alright, there's another item card, so that's good. Oh, he's going to Lysandre this Garbodor. And again, I'm down to 2. It's like every game I've started off in the hole. And like bad draw has kind of hurt me, and bad decisions too. Oh, that's just wrong. I should have put the double colorless on him when I had the chance, but even still, what do I do now? So, well, we'll heal everybody. Oh. Let's just get rid of... Let's get rid of both. Yeah, let's get rid of both. We're going to play... Now, what do I do here? Do I play a Lysandre and try to force him to use someone else, or do I just play a Sycamore and hopefully get what I need? I'm going to go with the Sycamore. You tell me in the comments if that's the right choice. If anyone's still watching at this point after this. This is so disappointing. Oh, I was so excited with this deck. It did win. Believe me, it did win. Alright, what do I do here? I think I have to evolve this guy, because I'm scared of him sniping somehow. And maybe I can confuse him, and usually that's how the deck's gone. Usually I get the Eevee up first, confuse his Pokemon, then I have time to do all this other stuff. But with the lack of draw, I have no ability. I mean, there's 3 prize cards. I don't see the purpose of putting Trubbish down. Just something for him to kind of snipe at or whatever. I can, on the next turn, if he doesn't get rid of this Vaporeon, I could put a single energy in retreat, which doesn't look like he's going to do. All right, so I have my altar here, so we will do that. We will put a single energy on him. We will retreat. We're going to confuse this guy. I don't really want to play this Birch. I don't think it really helps, but so let's see here. So this is usually how the game starts off. You get your guy, I get mine. Your guy is going to be confused, and then I have time to pile on. And when I get the double colorless on, he's going to knock this guy out, and then what? So you're going to see a switch or an Olympia, and then he's going to knock this guy out. 160. This game is over. Oh! Olympia, Floatstone. My opponent played this really well. Toxic Storm 1. Man, I've just been outplayed all morning. All morning outplayed. Man, look at that. Alright, can Trashalanche save me? Probably not. And it healed up all the damage and everything. I have 1 chance here. 1 chance. Wow. So 1 energy and I've lost. So well played by my opponent. Not even. He could have just done the ice path. Yep, well played. Wow, I just got schooled. Alright, so we're going to go into how to, what changes would I make with this deck after seeing this. Alright, so the first problem I definitely had was draw, lack of draw. And I'm all for having 4 Trainer Mail, but this is obviously 8 cards, and these Lucky Helmets are not really cutting it. In fact, I think the Lucky Helmets have to go entirely. Yeah, for certain this is not enough draw. I don't know what I was thinking. So let's cut out the Lucky Helmets, and let's just get some more draw cards in here. Let's make sure this is set to standard. I'm thinking a couple more Sycamore, and I have 1 more spot left. Yeah, and it doesn't, you think about it, Lucky Helmet and Espeon's ability to confuse your opponent kind of work against each other. They're cards in opposition, so I don't know what I was thinking doing that. Again, I said I threw these cards together, started winning, and I was like, oh, I don't need... Usually what happens is I play, I lose, and go, you know what, this is what I need to address, and then I can go fix it, and that works. So, all right, so now we have 10 draw cards here with 4 Trainers Mail. I know I said I would put random receivers in, but do I really need... The Lysandres have helped. Once I do get everything up and running, then I can pick and choose. It's especially good, you know, your opponent has Shaman, well, now you're going to Lysandre him and knock him out. Garbodor or whoever. So I'm kind of... don't want to take one of them out. Maybe I'll just add a random receiver. The other thing is getting energy in my hand. So maybe Professor's Letter. I don't think Field Blower was that... I mean, it did help a little bit. The Super Rod helps, and I'm going to need it even more now that I have 3 Sycamore in this deck. I try to... I know it's probably a lot, and probably people use less, but... you know, again, I have 1 Espeon, so I need to get him back. And so I tend to go with 2. And even with when I have double colorless or some other special energy, I tend to put special charge. I put like 1 in, if not 2 sometimes. Especially the more Sycamore I have, the more I'll put in of that. Professor's Letters, what do I take out? Level Ball. Level Ball helps out so much with getting these guys, and even any of these evolutions. The Eeveelution ones, I don't need it for Espeon, but I do need it for Garbodor. So, do I take out the Field Blower? What to take out? Maybe a Lysandre. And what was I saying I'd put in now? Oh, letters maybe. Professor's letters. Because I could grab that with Trainer's Mail. So the other thing to do is to do Energy Loto. This is a great card, and I'm going to talk about this in another episode. But the ability to get any energy is pretty critical. But I think in this deck, I need to get just Psychic Energy. So even considering 2, what if I got rid of the Random Receiver? I mean, I got 10 supporters here. So it should be okay. And the Random Receiver. Yeah, twice I've been stuck without energy. Although twice I've been stuck without draw as well. I'm wondering if this ratio is right. Because I really only have 1 Espeon. So how many double colorless do I need? So I'm going to do this. 7-3. That should help. I should only need 1. What did I take out? I took out the Random Receiver. I'm going to put that back in. And maybe I should have done these changes after the second game. So you could see what this looks like after that. But I feel pretty good. So this is the deck list I'm going to put out. So if you're wondering why the deck list is different from what you see in the initial screen, this is the final deck list, at least for now. I may change it up again as I go along. But, you know, this deck does work pretty well despite what you saw. I think that was a lot due to just not having enough draw. And I think I was being presumptuous having just 8 supporter draw. And, you know, maybe the strong starts I have. But again, I didn't feel like I needed that much because usually I had an Eevee to start off, got it as an Espeon, confused my opponent, and then I was able to go to work. But obviously I've seen the flaws. I said before, I don't know what the flaws are because I haven't lost, and that's true. A lot of times you have to lose to improve your deck. So I think these losses were helpful, and yeah, hopefully we can these changes made this deck a little bit stronger. So 10-3. Well, we'll see where we're at after a couple more games. But that's it for this episode. Thanks a lot, and until next time. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you'll know when our next video is released. Also, check out our playlists where you can find videos by topics like mill decks or cheap EX decks.